Our new 2-week event is out, and this time it's a SharpShooters, so basically every single MSP you see on the screen have a 99 shooting. And this event is highlighted by players like Seth Jarvis, Evan Bouchard, Vince Dunn, William Nylander, and Kyle Connor. So today we'll break down the content, look at the cards, and I will actually share my honest opinion, because as much as I was excited, I don't know, I'm actually not excited anymore, because I was expecting to have a little bit more, and the reason why is because this event looks like an absolute copy and paste from the event before. We also have the base cards highlighted by Artemi Panarin and Nico Hischier at 90 overalls. We also have Cole Caulfield, Roman Josi, Alex DeBrincat, Pavel Dorofeyev, Jacob Chychrun, Anders Lee, Jackson Lacombe, Seth Jones, Damon Severson, and Jared Sprogian. So let's start with the MSPs, and the first one we'll look at is Seth Jarvis at 5'10", 175 with sniping forward and pinpoint shooting boost. He also has superstar ability ankle breaker and zone ability close quarters. If you pay attention, then you can see that the close quarter ability costs you 0 ability points, while you still have to pay for the silver ability. A small thing, but I actually think that this is really cool. Also, if you look at the shooting, it's all 99, so synergies really don't matter, and the only reason you should activate them is just to help any other players on your team. The skating stats are really decent as well: 92 speed, 92 acceleration, 95 agility, and 90 balance. Endurance is 89, so it's also acceptable. The hands are all 95. His defensive awareness is only 87, and shot blocking is 85, and I don't know, I recently started to notice that even on forwards, if the defensive awareness is quite low, they somehow cannot really intercept any passes in, let's say, a defensive zone. He's also a pure right-handed winger, so you cannot really use him in any other position, so that's probably why I would say, you know what, I think I probably would go with Mika Zibanejad from previous event, but if Seth Jarvis is your favorite player or you are building a Carolina Hurricanes team, then this is a perfect card for you. The next one is Kyle Connor. A lot of people were waiting for a usable Kyle Connor card because in some ways his cards are always playing very good. Again, the shooting is all 99, the skating is also decent, 93 acceleration and 93 speed, 90 balance and endurance, and 93 agility. With sniping forward and pinpoint shooting boost, again, you can boost the shooting stats, which are really pointless for this card. His superstar ability will be puck on string and zone ability will be snipe. His hand stats are also all about 93, pretty much all 95, so not bad. The checking and defensive stats could potentially be better. He is a pure left-handed winger, so at 6'1", 183, as far as he's not your favorite player, again, I don't see how he makes your team with, let's say, Connor McDavid, Nikita Kucherov, and all the other cards you probably already have. Then we have Vince Dunn at 6', 200, actually a decent card, offensive defenseman and shooting boost. His superstar ability will be elite edges and zone ability will be seeing eye. I probably would like to see a different zone ability, maybe, I don't know, shutdown, heat seeker, or any other OP ability, but seeing eye is also not bad. I'm using seeing eye on Adam Fox, X Factor card, and actually noticed that he's scoring more goals. The skating stats, pretty much same as every other card: 93 acceleration, agility, and speed, and 90 balance and endurance. His hands are quite bad, to be honest. I was expecting them all to be at least above 92, but they're all 90, except the passing, which is 92. His defensive awareness is 90, stick checking will be 89, and shot blocking 87. Body checking also 87, same about the strength, but durability is 92, so that's actually really good. Then we have Evan Bouchard, and I actually think he may be one of the best cards in this event, because at 6'3", 192, we don't really have a lot of good right-handed defensemen. And yes, I know a lot of people will probably say no, we do, but they're all small. Let's say Cale Makar, Adam Fox, Axel Sandin Pelika, they all are very small. They are fast, don't take me wrong, but they are not big. Same as Vince Dunn, he also have offensive defenseman and pinpoint shooting boost. I like his abilities, let's say shutdown. Yes, Thunderclap may not be the best, but let's say if you are scoring for a blue line and going for that slap shot, he definitely will not miss with 99 shooting. And then, let's be very honest, probably the best card from this event, at least from week 1, is William Nylander. Again, the same synergies, so not really point mentioning them, and he also have superstar ability elite edges and zone ability make it snappy. He's a pure right-handed winger, and I think actually one of the best right-handed wingers we currently have in the game, because 95 speed and 95 acceleration, 94 agility, and 91 endurance. Yes, the balance is below 90, but he's also quite small. With 99 shooting and make it snappy, this card definitely will not miss. And I like that if you, let's say, also activate elite edges, this card is just fun. For someone who is not a Maple Leafs fan and usually don't make any of the cards, he may be the only one I actually would make from this week. But if you look at the hand stats, all about 93, so also very good. The checking and defensive stats are quite bad, but you probably will not use Willie Nylander for his defensive awareness. And the good thing about Willie Nylander receiving an MSP is that his X Factor captain card also can now be upgraded. And in all fairness, his abilities are much better. With playmaking forward and pinpoint shooting boost, yes, his shooting is not all 99, but with superstar abilities make it snappy and puck on string, and zone ability elite edges, I just think this is a little bit better combo. The skating stats are pretty much the same, the balance and endurance is a little bit less, but agility is 99. The hands are also better on his X Factor card, and that also goes about defensive stats, like 90 defensive awareness just looks good. So if you really want a usable Willie Nylander card and you don't want to, let's say, grind the moments and all that stuff, and let's say just focus on trying to make his X Factor captain card, you need 304 75 plus overall cards. Because to make one base X Factor, obviously you need 38, and to make Willie Nylander, you need 8 base X Factors. The 75s currently are going in auction house for around 1,300 coins, so it means you could potentially make Willie Nylander's X Factor for less than 400k, and I don't think that's a bad value. Now let's have a look at the base event cards. Firstly, Artemi Panarin at 6 foot 175 always is one of the smallest right-handed wingers, but sniping forward and pinpoint shooting boost his slapshot accuracy and wrist shot accuracy to the 99. The slapshot power and wrist shot power is only at 91, but still really decent shooting stats. His superstar ability will be puck on string and zone ability will be make it snappy, and as you can see, the base cards you actually have to pay for abilities. His skating stats is 92 acceleration and 93 speed, endurance is 89, and the balance is 87, and that's what I said, he's always one of the smallest, and with 87 balance he will be bumped off the puck very easily, but he does have 97 agility, so at least something. His hand stats are all 97, so really good. Even his defensive awareness is 89, so actually impressed to see that. And then we have Nico Hischier, sniping forward and pinpoint shooting boost, of course. Superstar ability is born leader, and close quarters is a zone ability. Compared to Panarin, his shooting stats are not as good because his slapshot accuracy and wrist shot accuracy is only at 96 and 97, and his slapshot power and wrist shot power is only 91. So probably if you're looking for someone who plays on the wing, I probably would go with Panarin, but if you're looking for someone you can use in the center position, then Nico Hischier is actually your guy because 91 face-off stat is actually usable, defensive awareness is also 91, the hand stats could potentially be better, but he have 93 passing, 93 puck control, so not really bad. For people who are Devils fans or just building, I don't know, a teams, this is a very usable card. Roman Josi, for example, nothing really spectacular, but again, if you're building a team, then not a bad card. Superstar ability will be born leader and zone ability will be seeing eye. Cole Caulfield, actually sad to see that he didn't receive an MSP. Superstar ability will be elite, aegis, and snipe as a zone ability. If you activate the synergies, you can see that the shooting stats are insane, so probably one of the best 89 overall cards from this event. The skating stats are also not bad, but 84 balance means he's basically being bumped off the puck every single time someone skates next to him. Alex DeBrink, the same, looks decent, but the 84 balance will just make this card very difficult to use. If you activate the synergies, you can see that the shooting and hands are okay. His zone ability will be make it snappy, so for a team, not a bad card. Jacob Chikrin, again, left-handed defenseman, 6'2", 205, not a bad option, and probably just because he have a heat seeker. If you activate both synergies, you can see that the shooting stats are also okay, and his skating stats for his overall is not bad. 89 acceleration and speed, 87 endurance obviously will be an issue, but he does have 90 agility and 91 balance. Pavel Dorofeyev is actually a really decent card. Maybe I'm just saying that I like this card is because I really like to see how he's like playing this year. Really decent season for him. The next one is Anders Lee, again with sniping forward and pinpoint shooting boost. His zone ability is crease crusher, so nothing really outstanding. The skating stats could potentially be better, but he's only at 87, and I would just say grab this card only if you are building a team or you are just trying to complete the objectives. And the same thing goes about Jackson Lacombe, because yes, he does have a seeing eye and he's a left-handed defenseman, actually quite a big guy. His shooting would be nice if you activate the synergies, but his skating stats and hands are not really good. And then Seth Jones, in my opinion, just a card for objectives. He does have a heat seeker, he probably will score quite a lot of goals, but other than that, I don't see a scenario where you would use this card. And of course, Jared Spurgeon, again, only a card for objectives. He does have a thunderclap, and if you activate offensive defenseman, you can boost the shooting a little bit, but I just don't see how you would use this card at this point in the game. Damon Severson as well, his skating stats are also quite mid, but we also have to remember he is only 86 overall. And then we have the objective card, because you can get this card for free by just scoring 4 goals, and that's where we're heading next. So if you score 4 goals in any mode, and that includes moments, you will get yourself this 86 overall B&D card. And by the time of this recording, and I did this 8 hours after the content was released, I scored my 4 goals, then I went in my inbox and realized that he's still untradeable, not a B&D. So if you're watching the video, just go and check out. Maybe EA still didn't fix it, so that's actually huge. You basically get yourself an 86 overall card pretty much for free, and you can then use him after in the sets. Then by completing every single objective, you get another 88 from this event. So that card is pretty much just to help you to complete the sets and get one of the MSPs. You have to complete perfect one-timer shots 50 times and you get 2 collectibles. You have to take 125 snapshots and you get 2 collectibles. 35 between the leg shots and again 3 collectibles. 10 one-timer goals and you get 3 collectibles. And then after that is just about the goals. Top left corner, right corner, bottom right corner, and bottom left corner. And if you score 15 of each of these goals, you get 4 collectibles, 4 collectibles, 4 collectibles, and another 4 collectibles. So just for moments, you will get yourself 26 collectibles. After if we check out the moments, by completing all of them, you get another 86. And pretty much every single one was quite easy except this last one where you have to score 3 goals with Seth Jarvis. And the reason why it was difficult is because he was 3 goals down. Usually how I complete these ones is I score 2 goals and then I go for an empty netter. This time it was not the case. So the way I completed it, I scored 2 goals, then I scored the third goal with some random player. I went into the OT and I couldn't even get the goal there. So I have to go into the shootout and score that third goal with Seth Jarvis in the shootout. It took me a while, but we get it done, and yeah, that's another 86 for me. We do have indeed some changes to the wildcard. By completing everything in the wildcard, you will earn yourself 24 collectibles and also 186 overall event card to help you with making, let's say, an 88 to get closer to that MSP if you want to make one. And for a surprise, at tier 6, you can get yourself 283 overall team builders. If this is something they will add to the wildcard every single week, I actually don't mind because it will help people who are working towards, let's say, one of the team builders. But if it's just random 283 overall team builders, and for example, next week they will not add this into the wildcard, I just don't see a point. But a lot of people probably will not enjoy wildcard this week because it's trees, and if you look at the cards you have to draft, one of them is a mascot, so not a lot of people are fan of this. But if we look at any other positions, we can actually go and try out some of the MSPs. For example, I want to try out Willie Nylander, then as a mascot I will pick whatever, and as my demon I also have to pick a mascot. You only have one wildcard slot, so you can indeed change one of these cards, for example, for whoever you want. And for example, I will change my mascot in the center position for Henrik Zetterberg, and then my only mascot will just be left as a defenseman. The sets will be exactly like they were the last event, basically no changes. For example, you want to make this Evan Bouchard, you have to trade in 3 88 plus overall event cards and 2 88 plus random cards. To make an 88 overall event card, you have to trade in 3 86 plus overall event cards, and if you complete the wildcard objectives and moments, you can basically get yourself 3, so that's 188. Or you can just go and make them and just trade in 3 84s and get yourself 186. Same as every other event, the collectible sets are also back, and I love that they are including these collectible sets and just allowing us to use the collectibles for whatever we want if we don't want to participate in this event. If let's say you want Nico Hischier or Artemi Panarin, you can just trade in 30 collectibles for a B&D version. Because there is only 2 cards currently out, you basically have 50% of chance of pulling the card you want. It will be a B&D, but it's an option. If you like ripping packs, you can trade in 20 collectibles for 383 pluses. If you're working towards the MSP, you can trade in 30 collectibles for 188. Or if you're looking for coins, you can also trade in 30 collectibles for 186 plus overall tradable card. Because I don't think I will make any of the MSPs, maybe I will, who knows, but at this point I really don't. I will use my collectibles for 485 plus pack. And there is a possibility you will pull 485s, but you also could pull something much better. And save that fodder for any future events. Also, don't forget to every day go and claim your free daily pack in the store so you can get your free 5 collectibles. And then we also have this exclusive SharpShooters pack. You will get yourself a 90 overall untradeable player, and this player is no one else than 90 overall Maurice Richard. At 6'10", 170, not the biggest guy. With sniping forward and power shooting boost, superstar abilities will be wheels and snipe as a zone ability. You have to pay for the abilities, so it's not like they are free. The shooting stats are really good. The skating is also not bad. He's always one of the fastest players in the game, but he's quite small. He's a pure left-handed winger, so you need to keep that in mind. Is this card worth 200 something coins? 100% not. But if you are fun and you have plenty of coins, why not? So if you log in every single day and claim your free pack in the store, that's 35 collectibles. If you complete a wildcard and objectives, that's another 50 collectibles. So basically you can earn yourself enough collectibles to do 2 485 packs if you're not planning to make any of them MSPs. So you would walk away with at least some fodder. And you also probably would earn some cards as well. On top of that, EA also gave Team of the Year cards another upgrade because Jordan Binnington, the MVP of the final game, also have a 92 overall card, and that also goes with Connor McDavid and Nathan McKinnon. And players from USA also received an upgrade. Connor Hellebuck is now 92, Jacob Slavin, Zach Werenski had a phenomenal tournament and both receive a 92 overall cards as well. If I check out the Team of the Year card upgrades, they all receive a speed boost. So now, let's say Nathan McKinnon have 95 speed and Connor McDavid have 96 speed. There's really no any other changes, but they just become a little bit faster. And same thing applies to Connor Hellebuck as well. He now have 95 speed. So my 5 cents about this event, which no one really asked about, but I will still share it because why not? Not a fan of the card art. Like, I think it's too dark. I barely can even see the players. If I would not read their names, I would not even understand who those players are. Again, I'm wearing glasses, so that's probably the case, but you know what I mean. Also, the player choices. I know a lot of people will be happy to see Willie Nylander, Kyle Connor, Vince Dunn, Evan Bouchard, and Seth Jarvis receiving a card, but that's only only, let's say, if you are building a teams or you are just fan of these teams. Not a single card from this event, at least from week 1, I would say is an S tier or must make, and you will really regret not making them. The closest one probably would be Nylander, just because of the 99 shooting stats and free make it snappy, but any other card, it's good, don't take me wrong, but I don't think it's like outstanding. Also think the objectives are quite dumb because you have to score these top right corner goals, bottom right corner goals and stuff like that. Like, just make it fun. Don't tell me to grind squad battles over and over and over again with all these players. So just to complete these objectives, I need at least 4 event cards. And yes, by getting those 86s definitely will help. But we currently only have 2 right-handed defensemen as an 86 card, so there's really not a lot of choices. Anyway, not a fan of the objectives, but it is what it is. I probably will play a game a little bit and see what can I get. Just in general, I was expecting a little bit more, and probably at this point I just have to realize that it is what it is, and we just need to live with it. MLB The Show comes out soon, so probably we'll go and take a break and play a little bit of that, and maybe at that point when I will come back, we will see Series 2 X Factors and some fun content. Let me know down in the comment sections below, what do you think about yesterday's content? Do you like the MSPs? Will you make any of them? Do you actually think any of these cards are must make? Or you agree with me and you would say that they are only good if you are a fan of the player or a team? I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you do, please make sure you like and subscribe. It's free, makes me smile and helps the channel a lot. As always, thanks for watching, have a good one and see you on the ice.